Hello, hello. Welcome back to Artisan of Glimmith. I think I need to change that almost there message to delayed making coffee. Because that's probably almost always what it's going to be. Right. Just doing a little bit of admin, I suppose you could call it. I'd be done with admin. Okay. So, here we are. Back in the forest. Suppose we should just get going. Right. Palisades still. I've got these as corners straight out the bat, so we can do this. Ooh. Front door is just gone. Sorry, I think something's got it. Cool, yep. Okay. Oh, we do have shape bank actually, so we can like immediately make these 2x2s. And I suppose actually we can call that one complete up in the top left because of this. If that's got to be a corner, it can't be part of this one, because otherwise it will be a 3x3 now. Okay, so now this is a corner. It's at least a 2x2. Problem is we can have 1x1s, so we don't know if this is a 2x2 that way, or a 2x2 that way, or even a 3x3 that way. It does at least extend out one, no? I suppose that's something to go on. We've got the same logic as here, as we did here, so this is also a 2x2. This is not going up into there. Now this one has a bit of a constraint on it. It's not going to be a 1x1. Can't be a 2x2. So it has to be this bottom right becoming a 3x3. Not these two. This one has to be part of one of these, I suppose. But here it's the other way. So I'm going to have one of them. And what about this one? It can't be on the top or the left, so that means it has to extend like that, so it's a 2x2, but it's got to be a 3x3, but but it's not going to extend over into this because that would be a 4x4. So it goes up into here, and that's a 3x3. And then we should be able to finish up like so. That's actually surprisingly symmetrical given the glyphs there. I'm surprised. That's a dead end. This one has to do that, which gives us a wall here, and because of the shape bank rule, we have a shape. This one is going to be the opposite, I believe. We're going to have it like that. Because that, they can't be part of the same shape. Because there's no way to have a corner and three-sided. So they are separate shapes. So that's like that. And then I suppose from there we just have to start filling in some stuff. So we're sort of forced to have a 2x2 in the bottom here. That forces that to be a 2x2. We've got a 3x3 there. 3x1. That's 3x1, that's 2x2, 3x1 and 2x2 to finish off. Okay. Ooh. Reminds me of a Space Invader. All regions must be this shape. Interesting. Well, we've got this one, which has to have that. And each end of the cross is going to have a wall. But then, well, I was going to say one of these corners has to be filled in, but it has to be that because there's no way to get out otherwise. And now we can like fill in some crosses around the outside. It's going to have to take these weird sort of spots. These two corners next to each other now have to be part of the same shape. I like that purple. Going back to it. So that means that's got to be like that. Fairly confident. Bit one up there as well. I feel like wherever we've got these sort of two stretches as well, there's not... It's always got to have a square like that. So that's actually a really good bit to spot. Because then it sort of limits what can go where. So that's not across there. Oh no, hang on. No, I was not right with that one. I think I'm right with the rest of them. I have a cat coming to say hello. I was wondering when she'd come. Hello. Hi, Raven. She was sleeping behind me happily a moment ago. But no. She's decided it's worth coming to say hi. Okay. Keep going. So this is going to have to be part of that. Which then gives us that. Gives us that. Puts across there. It's going to be like that and that. It gives us that and that and that, and then we finish off. No, it's all right. Oh, hello. Yeah, go on. Settle down. Put. Just getting comfy in my lap. Oh, no, you're not comfy there. Hang on. There you go. In a minute. Is that better? Yeah? Is that okay? I think so. I hope. Oh, she's purring away though. Okay. Ow, claws. Okay, so we can get a couple of things in like so. Oh, well, that one's done already. Then we're going to have this, which will have to take that and make it a T to be able to fit 4 in. And this is going to be 4 there. This will be something. How is that going to be a core? Like that. Get that and finish off. All regions exactly 6. Well, straight off the bat, I'm seeing these, which are gonna have to have a wall between them. This has to be a plus, and it will have to take that corner. It's not going to connect with this, otherwise that's going to be an invalid palisade glyph. So that will have to come out like so. These single walls on the side. Hang on, is this already 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that. Oh, I've got the control key there to check. That was already 6. Okay. These could be the same region. Let's fill that in at least. This is going to be a separate region. Yeah. This could also all be the same region. I am wondering, this cross here, or T as it is at the moment, I suppose, can interact with either of these two. But I don't think it can. Because it's already 4. If it takes that one to be 5, there's no way to then give it a second way out. So that does not connect with there. Do they connect together though? Oh, well, no, actually, because now I've got a wall. So, yes. That needs to connect together like that. So that's 4. And then it can only pick up 2 more, which are going to be from here, being those 2. So that's now a region. This is a new region which has to come out to at least, so that would be 4 if it includes that. 5, 6 has to be to at least there. But it could pick up this one in the bottom right. Still don't know if these Maybe I can think more about these two regions, or potentially two regions, because of this. As it stands, yeah. So this has to be part of this region. Which now makes this 5, which means we can now only have one more square in this region. We've only got one of those two walls, so if it was a right-hand side wall there, you'd have to go up and you'd leave this floating. So it is that, and it's not connected to this. I think that, yeah, this now means these definitely are connected down here. They are the same region. There's no way for both of them to escape and pick up enough squares. This can only extend one more, so this is a region. Could be part of this region. This has to be a region up here. This tile here, we've got a wall, so we know where the other wall goes. It can't be part of this region because 4, 5, 6 would have to put a wall there. So that's a new region. This one now has to extend up because that can't wrap back on itself. And we've got a bit of ambiguity between these at the moment. This has to at least go 3, 4, 5, 6. And in fact, it does just do all that because that limits it. Which now means this has its 6, this has its 6. This has to come down to here because there's not enough space for 2 lots of 6s. That's 4, 5, 6, and then that's the last 2 there for other 6. Got some tricky puzzles waiting for us. Find some easier ones, maybe ones that aren't brown pillars. I think we might have done all the white pillars in this region area. So I suppose, yeah, let's start doing some of these. Oh goodness, okay. So that's our region. Then has to corner. Then has to corner again. Then has to corner again. Going to be following. Oh no, I was about to do exactly the same, but no, it's not. But this one does do that. I'm going to have a lot of these sort of, well, this needs to escape now, so do all of that. I think this yellow triangle and this red circle need to link all the way around the bottom here. Then we'll also probably take that little tile there. Oops. I'm not seeing any other sort of hard limits at the moment. But it probably does sort of have cascading effects. So that means this region will probably pick up this red and this blue. This region will pick up this red and yellow. No, that can't work. So at the moment, this red circle region needs to pick up yellow. It's not going to pick up this blue. So it'd have to pick up that blue. Which then means this section actually is like a little wraparound. Yeah, there we go. So I could probably fill all this out now. That will take that, that'll go there. That does that, and that does that. The colouring feels not right. It's like ever so kind of wrong. Let's do this one on the cliff. Gemini. We've got a corner there. That gives us a dead end. We've got that and that. So that's a shape. That is given. So now this needs to be a T, I think. Right, because that's not going to bend back on itself. It's not going to be a T. Because of this corner, that has to be part of this shape. Which is going to have a corner. So that is those shapes. They could still go further, but it's probably going to be dependent on whatever this Gemini down here ends up being like. Which I feel like, oh no, it can't be that. Okay. So, yeah, so that's already a corner there. We can't do that because then that stops that being corner. And they've got to both be corners. So now, you've got to figure out how to give this other side of the Gemini a square. But it's not going to be part of this. It's going to pick up a square like that. So this ends up having a little extra nub somewhere, I think. Don't actually have limits on like shape banks or anything, so yeah, this has to go down, make a dead end. That means you then have the little dead end 2 there. This now needs a stick of 2, can't go back on itself, so that finishes off. Happy break. Don't worry when you're getting more comfy. Slowly splaying out over my lap. Big 7 in the middle. We're not doing that yet. 5. Can we handle a 5? I think we can handle a 5. Let's try the 5. Okay, so how many regions do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do the sort of weird corner logic that we had before. That gives us that. Can't go back on itself. It's going to go to one of these. We can probably do something similar with these down here. I mean, there's nothing meaning that though, because you can't just go straight together, right? Actually, there kind of is. This has to go left or right. This will have to pick up that. Like my instinction tells me it's going to be like a bunch of zigzags. Like that just feels like it's going to be the way it ends up sort of tracking across the field here. But I can't currently say that for sure, right? It's like this could just stretch the whole way. Actually, can it? If it stretches the whole way, don't have enough shapes to pair off with each other now. Because we've got 1 blue, 2 blue, but then 3 reds. So it does not do that. But does that actually mean it just has to go straight to the right? Because the second it gets to here, it's forced to connect, so yes, it does just go straight to the right. Can't get that. Probably picks up this red circle. If they were different regions. It would make another locked off area, so yeah. There we go. We've got our first region. I think we can now say, though, based on what we found with that blue square, this red circle can't go to the right, because then it needs to keep following that snake pattern, which it can't do. So that goes straight down. We'll have to turn one way or the other. Could continue the snake pattern down that way. And in fact, it has to. Yeah. And then now that gives us that completed. And now we do have enough shapes to pair off. So this has to come out. Ooh. With corners. That's a corner there. Wait. Is this right? But this area feels ambiguous. Oh no, it's not ambiguous because that can't fill out that area. So that just straight up fills up that. Okay, that's good. These have to be connected for the corner. They'll have to go up. And then we've just got all of this mess to figure out. So we've got that corner. Well, that's definitely not going to be part of this shape, and neither is that. So that does fill out across the top. This is going to have to be a shape. Right? Ah. That bulges out like that. That fills out those, and that fills out that. There we go. I made the assumption there that it just went straight up. But it's a little bit sneakier than that. Very sneaky. Oh, the bum's starting to go dead from the cat. I'm gonna have to shuffle this soon. Oh my goodness, where do I start with this? Well, we've got so many of these dead ends that are just going to be like twofers in some way, shape or form. So we've got to look at these three that are unique, I imagine. Because they're going to have to connect. My first question is going to be this. Can these two connect? If they do, I think it breaks, because then this can no longer make a corner, because it's got to go at least up or down to make its corner, which then I mean, it sort of works like that actually. Oh, that does work. And that would fill out the rest of everything. So I reckon it probably is that. That goes through there, and then you got that there. There we go. Twiddling sometimes gets you there. No contact. Childish. Right. I've got a nice big cross in the middle. Just then a corner. Do we have... Oh, well that now has those three filled out next to it. This is a corner, so it'll have a wall there. That now gives this a wall, actually. That's a single, so that gives us a T there. does the same here, which now means that has to actually be connected to there. And we've got the same here, we've got another wall there. And the same here, it just all cascades out. So that means that needs to be connected to that now. We've got another one here. And now we've run out. So I would assume we have enough to go on from here. Well, okay. At the bottom here, this cannot go to the left, the right, sorry. Because then this is a dead end, and it needs only 2. So that means that is now completed there. That is an isolated corner. That comes up there. That now gives us that as a corner, and that as a corner. We now have that as a corner, which gives us a wall there and there. This is a corner here. This is a corner here, which gives us a corner there. That's that completed. Interesting point. This big shape in the center, it can't go up to take these corners. Or, no, it can't take either of them. So, I mean, if it only takes one, I mean, no, I'm thinking about it too much when it's a lot simpler. It doesn't matter how it would take them. The point is, there are corners above them. So if it takes either of them, you are immediately cornering with it. Puts a wall there, which makes this impossible, or the same on the other side. So we have a wall there. Then also kind of makes, could be split there. There's something going on. Well, this corner now has to be part of this shape as well. Gives us a corner there, that's a corner there. This has to go down. Which fills out those last 2 corners. Now we've got that, its own sort of shape. This comes up like so, and we have the corner in the top right. Or a symbol at the top right. Going down the river? So these 2 corners can come away from the wall straight away. All regions must be 3 as well, so that means whichever way these go, that is your 3, which means these bits are locked off. This now also has to come away from there, and again you sort of follow the same logic with that. Make this interesting at the top. And that gives us our first shape there. That gives us a second shape there. Gives us a third and a fourth. And a fifth. Oh, I'm gonna have to move you, Raven. I'm sorry, my legs are going very dead. Oh, you are completely out, aren't you? Okay, let me see how I can do this. I'll try and shift a dozy cat. Hello. Oh, I am sorry. My legs are going dead. There you go. Is it okay? You happy with that? I hope so. Okay. Oh, I feel bad. She's just been disturbed and she's like, what's going on? Yeah. Okay. I can like support her a bit with a hand because I only need one hand for this game. I might have something I can do with this corner. It's like, it can't be those two. It can't be that one at all, in fact. So that does give you a wall there. Which means it has to come out to the right. Which now means you have this one, which is either that or that, depending on what that decides to do. Curious about this one as well. So if it goes, if this turns down, that has to go like that, and that has to go like that. Goes to the right. Ah, yes, there we go. That's my next step. Now this needs to go 3 along. You've got a floating bit. So that's that. That's that. There's another shape. That goes there. This could pick that up. What happens if it doesn't pick that up? It would go there. And this would need to be a dead end. Like that. Couldn't go that way. Because then it would hit. Oh no, well, yeah. So it would be that. Have that and that. And then you have this bit that can't be filled. So I'll just delete that. That does pick up that. Probably going to have the same kind of thing that we had here, but in reverse. So it can't turn, otherwise it has to leave a single. So that's that. And that's that. We've got a 3 there, 3 there. And that's the last 2 bits. Oof, 6 hiding out down there. Let's do this bridge, shall we? These are easiest looking ones. All 3s at least. Oh no, there's 4 in the middle. Oh, ooh. Precision 4. Which means these can't connect at all. Right, they all have to be separate. And that means they can't connect. Actually, none of these can just connect anywhere, really, right? At least not directly. That can't go up, so it has to go right. That's going to have to go down. And then right. And 1 minute. Sorry about that. Whoop, cat's on the move.
Big stretch. Yeah. I know. I've been distracted.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, I can have a proper wiggle now that the cat's gone. Okay. Where was I? What have I just done? I filled in this L, so that's going to go there. This is going to be a new shape. It goes all the way there. That comes out here. This goes down. We've got all there. Oh, gone wrong. Restart, because I lost my train of thought through that. Okay. None of those connect. None of these connect. None of those connect. That is straight away a 4. That is also straight away a 4 there. This has to connect there. Gives us a 4. That comes out. This comes out there. That's 4. This is gonna have to connect there to be a 4. That's 4 there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 4 and 4. There we go. A little rinky dink. I probably didn't need to restart it, but it just felt easy, you know? Just evacuate the brain of whatever it was trying to figure out. Next. Precision of 5. So we're going to have the same logic here of everything being separated where they immediately touch. It's going to have some weirdness going on there. How is this going to work? So they're separate. Oh no, they don't. They're not even necessarily separate. They could be something like that. Could even be that. That is completely feasible. Okay. There's no way all 3 of these are from the same shape at least, but 2 of them could be. In fact, yeah, you could just have that. Ugh. Feels like there's too much, what's the word? Ambiguity? Perhaps ambiguity is what I mean. So what I don't like is just sort of plopping stuff down and going, well, if it's like that, yeah, I could. Just start piecing stuff together. But that didn't feel satisfying. Like that felt lucky more than anything. It's like, it's only because I sort of went, well, might as well give it a try. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of corners. We've got a corner in the top right there. We've got any other corners? Yeah, we've got one there. Do that one. That's also one. This is going to have to turn back on itself, which gives us another corner there. That's a corner, so that will complete that area. This is a corner there, which gives us that. Oh, this is 5 now already. Well, this does have a wall there, so this is going to be a region here. Can't take both of them. Actually, yeah, that forces that. And this needs to turn left or right. Got a little gap here that is going to have to be that. Gives us a corner there. This is a corner there. It finishes that shape actually. It gives us another shape there. It's going to go out that way. We've got a bit of a double whammy of stuff here. So that's a corner, but this is trapped area, so that's 5 straight off the bat. That's going to have to take that. It's just going to have to take this corner, so that's 5. Got a new one here, which connects with that, which is an immediate 5. This is a new shape here. I have to go to the... No, I was going to say I have to go to the right to fill that out, but can't because of the corner. So that's 5 there. This will fill out that entire stretch. That's a corner there, and it has to have a little nub. 1, 2, that's 4, and that's a corner, and that's a final. Nice. That's a bridge done. Let's do this one hidden at the bottom. 18, and we have 36, so we've got 3 regions. Can have one here straight away. Not going to turn back on itself, so we can put walls there. It's going to have to turn left or right, or up or down. Still technically turning left or right, but not relative. Can't go up because then it leaves a little bit trapped, so it goes down. Can't turn back on itself, so this is a new region. This will have to be a new region up here. I'm wondering if it could be like the same region, and I suppose there's any reason it couldn't be. So maybe I shouldn't fill it out just yet. this does have to corner. If it goes right, then that just stops the shape from ever being completed. Because then it can't go left. And it can't go back on itself. So, it's a wall there. It goes to the left. We've got a bit of an awkward bit with this next one. So it could keep going and pick that up. I'm just testing stuff. I shouldn't. Well, there's no way all three of these are going to be linked. But if they are both linked on the left side, then you'd have to have this grow. Which is then going to lead to like some awkward situations, which might end up being okay. Oh no, no. So this breaks now because it picks up this dead end and now it can't extend anymore. Like that is as big as that shape can get. Okay. So that means these two don't connect. There's a definite rule there. Which now means those two do connect. But we don't know if these connect now. Although we might be able to figure it out. So let's say they don't. That gives us that as a shape. Now this needs to pick up 18, which it can't do. We've got 4 there, we've got 5 there, which wraps around on itself, so that's impossible. Yeah, that's as big as it can get. So, this definitely takes this, and now that means it has to take that. And then it's going either up or down. And there's potentially something we can figure out with that, right? Because whichever way it corners, I was going to say that the T would have to go the opposite way, but actually that doesn't really matter. Where does this dead end go to? If it wraps all the way around, it's 15. Oh, I just realised I'd probably also, I can undo a restart. 36. I said there were 3. There's only 2 regions. I'm being dumb. So actually, that has to do that. Because if it doesn't, goes up instead. Which then means you have this area locked off from access to this area. So this goes down all the way around. We can now do that. That's a dead end. This has to be part of that. 16, 17, 18. There we go. So one shape is finished, which finishes the other shape. Because there are only 2 shapes, not 3. Idiot. God. So bad at maths. Really bad at math. Here's my shade of blue. Sure. Okay. Hesitant to try that 6 and that 6 just yet. We can do a 4 there. A 4 there. Oh, that's a white pillar 4. Let's do this one. This one feels familiar. I don't think we've already done that. We've just done one that is similar. Maybe with a different rule set. Well, we've got a shape bank rule to abide by, which makes all of these little nubbins quite restrictive, which is nice. So they're all going to be that. Probably start with this. That goes straight across. No. What? Oh, because it's only 3. Right. Yes. So no, that's that done. That gives us a T there. That extends there. It's finished. Oh, hang on. No, this is fine. Yeah. So we've got a T there. We've got a T there. We've got a corner there. This is probably a T. But I've got these 2. Was that you, Raven? Yes, it was. She's meowing. What's wrong, Raven? No. I don't know what that was about. She seems okay. Hello. You wanting to say hi to the audience? Want to say hi to chat? No, I think she's interested in the outside. She at least went straight by me, so, you know. Okay. That's a corner. That means this has to be a T to fill in there. This has to come around here. This is a 3 long, so that's a T there. This has to at least go to the left. This can't go up because then you have a weird leftover. So that goes there. That then gives you that. And we've got that and that. There we go. Let's do this one next. Ooh. A variety of L's. Well, this green, I suppose we look at first. It's not going to go to the left. So that has to keep going up. So that now gives us a corner there. Which is then again also not going to keep going to the left. That gives us another corner. That's not going to go up. There's another corner there. And likewise, that's not going to go down, so that's another corner. This can't go to the right because it blocks off this section. That's our first region. Also gives us some of our second region. Hello. This can start being an L, and it's a medium-ish L like that. With another identical copy. This is now an L that goes up. Don't eat the microphone. I know you want cuddles and stroke. There's only so much I can give. Okay. So that's going to complete there. Don't tread on. Thank you. Are you going to be in the way? Hello. That felt like... So she just sort of put a paw on my shoulder, and it felt like I know you're busy, but I have very important things to tell you. You must provide me with love. Oh, Raven. Eesh. No, this is my drink. You little menace. Oh. This is actually completed there. This is going to have to be a new shape. This has to be a shape here. Means that's completed. Which completes that. And completes the puzzle. Hey, I've not done this one. Well, there's one hiding there. They're hiding everywhere. Okay, we've got shapes. Well, we've got our first shape straight off the bat. I'm wondering how these top corners are going to work. I think they're just going to have to be like twos. This can't be a T because of that. So that is just a little 2 at the bottom. That gives us a corner, which is going to then have to be a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 2 there with another 2 by 2 filling up that gap. That needs to be at least a 2 by 2. Could be a T, but it's never going to go to the right here. Means that becomes a square. Got a 2 by 2 there, 2 by 2 there, 2 by 2 there. Yes, that is a 2 and that's a 2 by 2. A T and a 2 by 2. T by 2, 2 by T. Blah. Okay, now we try the 5. Well, we can start with this. We've got L's again. This has to be a corner there. I think that bottom right corner is basically predetermined as well. Like, how else does that work? It pretty sure it just can't. One of these two shapes need to come into here. If it's this turquoise, it would have to be that, which would give us a little end. If it's red, then the turquoise can't do anything, so the turquoise does come down, and that is just straight up the final shape there. A little end here. Could keep going. That's a corner with an edge now. This is a corner with an edge, so these don't connect there. Which we already knew actually. Which actually gives us a corner there, gives us a corner there. This is now a new corner as well, which can only be a small corner. This could go either way. I don't think this one could go to the left, because then you have this that gets stuck, so that keeps going down. Could it then go left to take it back? No, because then you have this weird shape at the bottom that can't be filled. So it has to go one more. And all the while, this is going to have to keep going down. That finishes those two shapes off. That gives us a bit more to do on this one. How does this get filled? So that's going to have to be a corner. There we go. Make a randomized color button, just sort of re-randomize all of the regions. Give me a whole new set of colors. Hey! It's a gilded window. Well, we're not done with the puzzles on this area. We might be able to take that one. We'll go to another area first. Oh, this is a 3. Let's do this one. It shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. We can start right in the middle. We can keep that going. These corners are all interesting. maybe these corners are better? Ooh, actually, yeah. These can't be the same region, so that does give us that. Also gives us a little bit more information on that. That gives us a corner there. Just going to leave a floating bit in the right hand corner, but that's fine because that doesn't have any limitations on it. This has to be a corner connected to this big shape. That gives us a dead end. It's not going to go up there, so that gives us a wall there. This is now a corner that goes up into this dead end. That's a corner that's not going to go back on itself. Gives us a wall, which means this has to extend up. That is its own region. That's a dead end there. That's a corner. It's going to have to go down. Separate regions. That has to... it doesn't have to keep going. Ignore me there. This can't be part of this region. This has to be a square. It wasn't. We either have the wall there, in which case it turns back on itself. Wall there, in which case it turns back on itself. Or the wall there, in which case you break the corner. So, that is that. That gives us this shape, which is complete there. This now needs to be part of this big yellow shape still. This is a dead end there. That gives us that. This now can't be a dead end without just doing that. And then that's corner to finish up stuff. Okay. I think that is most of the puzzles in this area. Oh, there's another 4 there. Be alright to go for. Because without going on to the big tricky one, 7 over there, 6 over there, 6 down there. Yeah, we'll do this 4. Where do I start with this? Oh, goodness. It might be these dead ends, because nothing else is next to a wall. So let's see. Because I have to go one way or the other. In fact, maybe it's this bottom right one that's the first one to look at. So if it goes up I was going to say, if it goes up, does that sort of give it a way to complete it? But it is the opposite, though. If it doesn't go up, then you have your wall and you've got an area there, which will then sort of do that. Which, yeah, then makes this not possible to fill. So, does that mean that has to go up? So then it could go any manner of ways. Actually, it can do both of these ways, which means it has to go to the right. Okay. We then have a corner here. Can't keep going. Could go up, and then it would just sort of zoom straight up to there. You just have to do like an opposite kinkiness. Oh, no, that's it. This one on the right can't go up. You make a dead end. And that alley can't be made. But that has to go down. Which means that goes up. Which means it does pick up all of that. That is our first completed shape, finally. This is a little corner here. This is a corner. But we don't know if it sort of picks up this or not. This has to be, there we go. That tells us. Wait, does it? Yes, no, it does tell us. So that has to be that, which means that now has to connect down to there. Give me blue. There we go. And then that is that. This is this. Which gives us that as a shape. That's a single little bit there. These all rinky dink up that way. That's a corner. That's a corner. That is a corner. That's a single there. That's a corner with the dead end? No. Oh, what have I done wrong? I've done something wrong. Has my music widget broken? It has. What's going on there? I was like, this isn't Sonic 3. It hasn't been Sonic 3 for a while. Right? No. It is Sonic 3. It's just long. Whatever. It's fine. It is the right thing that it's saying. Crap. I have done something wrong. And I don't know what. Oh no. There is at least one mistake. Yes, okay, I'm aware. Hmm. Okay, I guess restart. Do we start with this again? So if it goes to the left, gives us a wall there. Means that fills in like so. Gives us a wall there. That makes that a corner. This is now a corner that goes to the right, which then brings this palisade. So that this has to go up. Gives it a wall there. This comes out to be a corner. There's a wall there. That comes out to be a corner. Gives us a dead end. That comes out to be a corner. Gives us a dead end. That comes out to be a corner. Gives us a dead end. That comes out to be a corner. Gives us a dead end. That comes out to be a corner. That has actually come together a bit differently, and I don't know why. What is different here? Okay, well, let's ignore it for now. What more progress can we make? I feel like it's going to be basically the same, but like the opposite. So instead it does that. Instead of connecting up there. It's like in theory. No, I'm not sure. Oh, actually that's a dead end. We've got that. That gives us a corner. We have, with this bit again, we can't go both up and to the left, so it has to go at least right one. We now actually have a wall there, so yeah, that does do that. That is a completed shape there. This now has to go down, it can't wrap around on itself. That goes to the right, connects with that to be one shape. That goes to the left. Got a wall there. Also gives us a wall there. That completes that. This has to all extend through. Gives us a corner there and a corner there. That's now a corner there. That is a corner. Corners all down there. That's a square. There we go. Single at the bottom. It was a little tougher than I was expecting. Didn't help that I went wrong. Okay. So now I think we're good. So zoom back to this area. There's another little area down there. Ooh. And that could be its own episode, you know? We could go up to the Hobbit holes. I think we go back and we do this path down. Let's do this. So this one was area numbers. So this just requires counting. Easy, right? Right? 4, 5. Can't go back on itself. Could go up or right, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't go back on itself, so it goes down. No. And we've got the same, but with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 7. Oh no, I know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, not that. Oh yes, it is. Yeah. And then give him butter. Bye-bye. Okay. We now know numbers. There are a few puzzles leading up to this, if you missed a few streams ago. More than a few streams ago. Right. I might need to make liberal use of control with this rule set. So, how many we've got? We've got 9 that we're working with there. And then it's probably also 9 up here, right? Yeah. This area in the top is probably where we start, because so let's say there's 4 yeah, let's say this 4 does go into this gap. It can only take up 3. Means it has to come out 1 at least. It doesn't mean it has to go that way, but it does at least need to come out 1, because there is not enough space for it to complete a 4. Which now puts pressure on this 6, which could go that way, don't know. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the minimum amount it can take up there, which now gives us this 2 that we can fill in. This is a 3 we can fill in. This 5. Now, ooh, hang on. Yeah, okay. So just because there's a number, yeah, it's not forced. It doesn't. Not every region has to have a number. That is the point here at the moment. So this 3 could go down, but it will need to go up at least 1. Which then puts pressure on the 5 like it did the 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes up to at least there. And then that fills out the 3. That puts pressure on the 4. Completes the 4. Completes the 6. This has to be completed like that. Yeah. That's 2. That's 5. And that's 3. There we go. Good. Easy enough, isn't it? Right. we've got some nice easy spots here. That gives us a 2 there as well. So 5 has to come out, 3 has to come out. 5 keeps coming out. 3 finishes. 5 comes out, 2 finishes there. There's 5. Has to keep coming out. 4 has to keep coming out. 2 is completed. 5 completes there. 3 completes there. 4 completes there. 5 completes there. Quite nice blend of purple and red there. I'm quite a fan of that colour. And we're going to have similar things here. We've got a 2 that we can do straight away. We've got 3 that pretty much complete straight away. We've got a 6 that needs to come out and a 2 that completes now. 6 that needs to come out. 2 completes now. 6 that needs to keep coming out. That 6 completes. This 6 completes. That 3 completes. That 2 completes. This 3 keeps coming out. And then we've got the 6. And then we've got, there we go, a single straggler square. I feel like there's something hiding here. There's definitely one hiding behind this tree. Oh, and there's a 6. Oof. Okay. Let's zip around this lake. 2. 5 that has to come out here. 2 that completes there. 2 that completes there. Oh, hang on. I was moving that up, but actually I could take this 5. Put a 5 here that comes out at least. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can't connect up there. So these are 2 different 5s. Means that does pass through that. There we go. See? See? But I was crazy, but I told you. See? This is what goes on in my brain when I'm alone. I just ramble to myself. I don't know if streaming is good for me for that reason. It just gets my brain working on automatic. You're seeing into my chaos. And now I've completely got distracted. Okay. 26. Well, we've got 36, so they're going to have to be part of the same region. But we're going to have a lot of wiggliness but not go back on ourselves. Like all of that. So what does that leave us with? That's 17, so we're going to have to like take a bunch of extra bits now. So we can also put in some walls where we know we can't be going, because they will be turning back on ourselves. And then we're probably just like doing this. Is that right? 26. But it wasn't. There we go. Keep on moving. Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna have to do maths with this one. Okay, so 25. We have 10, 6, and 8, which is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's going to be a single leftover. And then all of these numbers are going to connect to each other. Right? Which actually means that that's probably the single left. There we go. Yeah. Easy peasy. That's what I was going to say earlier, before I had my weird ramble, which I'm going to get lost on again. these puzzles being easier, at least for me. I don't know if it's going to be the same with you viewers, but it means I can ramble more. I can be a bit more loose. Things flow a bit more, and your brain can sort of turn off. Well, not turn off, as it's in my case, it just rambles. So this one, we have some extra rules now. So we've got three. Ooh. So this is a Gemini, so they have to be the same. This is going to have to be a Gemini, but it can't connect with the 4 because it's a 3. So, yeah. That can go up to the delta. And we finish like that. This is on a Gemini with a 4, so there's a wall there. I could go that way, or it could go that way, depending on how the rest of it fits. Can't loop back on itself, so that's a 4 that way. Which means this can't connect up there, otherwise it's the same. So it has to be at least 4 like that. Oh, and yes, it's a Gemini, so that does that. That's 2 there, that's 4 there. Again, get the little single. 10 and 10, and we are working with 20. Well, I could have figured that out because these have to be separate because of the fact that they're connected by a wall. Okay, so. The mouse keeps clicking like that. Changes colour when I don't want it to change. Well, actually, one point is we have 20 exactly, so we cannot put ourselves in a situation where we lock something off like this. That is now inaccessible to the other colour. So, probably going to be doing something like that. Oh, hang on. No, because that's too far now. Oh, yeah, we can do that. That goes up there, that goes down there. Then we finish. More worms. More worms. Oh. Oh, I could try it, but it's probably going to break my stream, so I'm not going to. I've got a new drawing tablet, and it's not on at the moment. It's a display one, so I feel like if I turn it on, it's going to make everything break, so I don't want to risk it. He's sad because he's upside down. Poor little worm. Oh, we've got a window restored. That's the word. The area. Restore the area number window. Okay, well, we've got in the top right here. Oh, we're still on notes. That just has to be that. And that's a Gemini. I mean, these are all Gemini, so there's going to be like this cascading effect, maybe? That can only go that way. This has to be a 2 there now. And that would be finishing that. This 4 can only go down 1, so it has to go up 2. At least. This is a new area. This is going to have to be a 4 area. Which can only go up 1 again. So it has to come down 1. Potentially connects with that 4. We're going to have to figure out. Hang on, this 3 now. Feels very hemmed in. Oh, I think I see it. Right, this 3. If it goes right, still has to go down. Which then, how do you put anything there now? Right? It doesn't work. But if you go down 1 instead, you're still left with this weirdness. But the 4 doesn't have to go down here, right? You actually have 2 singles there connected. That's 3. That connects on the Gemini. Now we need to figure out what's going on with this Gemini. Because can this be an S? No. If it's an S, it doesn't have anywhere to go. So it's an L. This is an L. Which is going to connect to this Gemini one way or the other. But it can't do it that way. It's going to have to go up. And we forget the last one in there. Okay. Keep doing. Oh, that's a 1 difficulty. It's like it hops from. It's going to do something funny on that one. I know it is. Okay. Well, we've got some interestingness going on. Well, this could go either way. That means this has to go. No. Oh, this has to go to the left. There we go. There we go. We've got some 2s, and then that puts that there. That's 3. Let's just circle up there. 3. No, this is going to be another single there. That'll be 3 there, 3 there, 3 there. Here we go. Okay, and then what surprises do you have in store? 7s. Oh god. Okay, that's not quite what I was expecting, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it can't go back on itself. It's not going to go there to block anything else. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't go back on itself. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't go back on itself. 6, 7. And then 7 in the middle. Yeah. It's alright. There. And then we got this new area up to the right, so we will ignore that for now. Up to the right, down to the right, down to the right, even though it's up a hill. South to the right. Southeast. What I mean, I suppose, isn't it? Southeast. Southeast. Shut up. Okay. Well, 1. Easy, isn't it? This is gonna have to come out to there, come out of this. Oh, that's sneaky. Oh, that's clever. I like that. So like this is shaped like a 1, this is shaped like a 4. And it's got like a mirroring. That's a 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and a 1 there. But also, this shape is the same as this shape. They are both like these H shapes when you flip and rotate them. So even though they look different, they've done it purely for the aesthetics of the puzzle. That's tricksy. I like it. Very clever. Okay. So, how is this going to come out? Which part of this shape does it have to be? I think it's got to be this bit. And then, so it's this one, it comes out 1 which is here, and it's going to have to go across like that. I don't think I can see another way that it would fit in. I suppose it could be that, and then it would either go that way or that way. But either way, that does mean it takes up these 3 down the middle. And then it's just like some combination of any 2 of those. Okay. Yeah. So that does that. That's probably going to be that. I don't see how these wouldn't be the same. Because anything else would like lock it off. But, oh, that does have a lot of options. It could be that. It could be that. But they are the same. Can at least say that they are the same. So let's start figuring this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4 needs to go to at least there. Now this one has some pressure on it. Do I have more that I can deduce about this? So it's always going to take this. Let's get rid of those nodes. So, could be that. Could be that. Which means you've got these 3 spots that are always taken. Which means this 4 is very limited on where it can go. That's the furthest it could go, but it doesn't necessarily mean it does go there. But if it does do that, and that's a 4 there, that's the chair, and that's the chair. That works. It does work. Okay, let's do that then. Clear my notes. Again, so it feels like one I whooped into, but that one's fine. That one was okay. Interesting. 24, 49 we're dealing with. And okay. So we'd be dealing with 48. And we've only got 49, so it's definitely these are definitely the same region. So we have to start throwing in shapes. This plus only has one way it can be made. So now we can start. Hang on. Yeah, let's do a quick bit of maths. So we've got 5 here, 5 here. That's 10. 5 here, 15. Another 5 and another 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And 24. Wait, what have I done? 29 and 24. That's not right, is it? Oh, no, it's not, because that's... Yeah, notes. Those two are connected. Which then gives us 5, 10, 15, 24. Still gives us 48 and 1 left over somewhere. But, yeah, it's neither here nor there. But that does mean I can't just assume that that goes down. That's what I was trying to get at. Because we are going to have a square left over somewhere. Okay. This can't go up because it will block the 24 from continuing. Twenty-four can squeeze through there still. Because we know these two are connected, let's do a quick note there. We know that this 24 has to squeeze out the bottom here. And it will also squeeze up through here. It's also probably gonna like squeeze all the way around there, right? Like it seems likely. Then I've just gotta try and figure out how these things are gonna look. So that can fit in there. And then that will be a single. 24 comes down. I've got to figure out how this all fits in, which is like so and so. There we go. Pretty good. Yeah. I did feel like that was going to be filled in, but you couldn't make the assumption based on the information you're given. I see you hide there. Hello. Another one. There's a few hiding in this little woodsy bit here. We'll keep going up the main path and we'll come back to that. Okay, so we've got a 12. 49 squares we're working with, and everything has so this 12 is going to have to pick up every shape, so you sort of need to do that as efficiently as possible, right? Oh, oops. So that's 12, that's 10. Oh, but then you block off the red. Oh no, it's not blocking off the red circle. Oh, these purples make it really hard actually, because they're at either end. But that doesn't work either, because so you're always sort of locking something up. So you've got to figure out a way that you're not doing that. $11, $12. Hey, there we go. That's how you're not doing that, by going around the edge. That is a garish colour scheme. And now it is forever a blemish on my world. That's a new area up here as well. Can ignore that one. Little one by the windmill. Do this one. Okay. Well, we've got that, which is locked off. This, which also has to be locked off. It can't connect with this 3, which means that 3 now goes up there. This is now locked off, so this 3 has to go that way. These are 3 different regions, but we don't know if they come out yet. Say the same about them. This 3 obviously needs to be part of a region with a rose window, and the only way it can pick up one is from there. Now we've got some trickery that we need to do with some of these other corners. So we have to make sure these 3s are going into regions with a circle. And how does this work here? I think that's going to be that. That's going to be that. No, that's not going to be the case. My thinking was wrong. So oh, that makes me think I've done something wrong, actually. Oh, no, I see it. Oh, I had seen it. Minute. Yeah, I have done something wrong. I'm not too sure what. What if I just, let's just like isolate everything off for a second. Because this is trouble. Nope, I've got it now. That's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3. There we go. I just could not see that for whatever reason. It's what I was trying to go for, but I just could not see it. Right, so that is a silver window. We'll do these last few white plinth puzzles, and then we'll probably leave it there for today. Okay. So this 5, this S, we need to figure out how it's going to pick up a red circle. I think it's going to be that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it can't be that. Oh, but it could be one more over. No, it can't, because now we've got areas that... Oh, it could be rotated. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. And then we just blood fill the rest. There. With a better colour than that. Come on. Oh, very close to this. And up one. Ooh, I missed this one on the cliff. That's a white plinth. But it is a 4, and I don't think I saw any other trickier ones on white plinths in this area, so we'll do the other ones first. Might as well. 2 between 3s, that has to come out. 2 between 3s, that has to come out. 2s next to each other. No. Oh, there is a shape bank rule as well. Following this. So, oops, we can do that. Yes, there we go. They are not connected. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 3. We know these are 3s. Oh, that could do that or that. And then you have that. And that and that. Nope, that doesn't work. We've got a 3 there. 2 there. This needs to be part of a 3. That's a 3. There we go. 2 and 2. Donut. Shiny orange purple donut. We can separate all of these up straight away. Start stretching some of these out. Shape bank. Again. So, well, if it's a 4, it has to be either a square or a line. So, immediately, this has to go for a line. Whereas if it's a 5, it can't be a square or a line. Obviously can't be a square because that's not how even numbers, odd numbers work. So now this has to be a square because it cannot be a line. So now this is the little sort of that. This has to be the other one, which fits in there. This is going to be that? No, they're separate. Are they? What have I done wrong? No. Right, like that has to be that, right? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's how I do it. I'm just being dim. This has to be a square now. And take both of them. This is also a square because I can't fit anything else. That is a 4 long. That's a 5 like so. And then shape in the middle. Yeah. Bye, Kita. Hello. There's no problem. We are probably wrapping up soon, but it's good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just wrapping up the last few puzzles. That's alright. I'm glad you're enjoying it. How are you, yeah, catching up, yeah, sure. Where are you up to now then? What have you managed to do? Ooh, got a ankle shape. Ah, Taggy Nose Day, yes. Taggy! Yeah, wait until you get to the last main story quest that's currently in the game. That one is long. Like, thankfully you can, it doesn't seem obvious, but you can quit it while it's in progress. But yeah, it's quite hefty. And I thought I needed to do it in one sitting for a while, which I was concerned by. But no, you can quit. But yeah, no spoilers, don't worry. Yes. Well, that can't be a straight. Hello, Ken. Yes. Oh, that doesn't necessarily have to. Let's do that. Oh, actually, no, it can't go to the right because then it's matching there. Okay. I figured you were, but you know, you hadn't piped up, so now you have, I can say hi. Yeah, Tagido is he's interesting. Like, I don't hate him, but I kind of wish he did have a proper voice actor. I feel it would be much better with a proper voice actor. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we do have to have a single there because of the two. I really just spotted that. But he's a cute little otter. He is adorable. You cannot deny he is a cutie. There we go. We've completed the sparkly butt plug. I'm sorry, but I can't see that as anything but... but. Okay. I think that might be it for this area. We've got a few more tricky puzzles and then a few more areas we can explore into now. So I'm intrigued by this place. I don't know what puzzle type it's going to be, but I like the little stone head. Okay. Well then, let's leave it there. Thank you for everyone who joined, popped by. Mirror picnic. And thank you for joining, even if it was just a little bit. They'll appreciate it. Yeah, we will carry on next week. I think you can. See you later. Bye bye.